Okay, guys, today we're going to be talking about sell sheets. And this is as we are working through our last pillar of the Food Brands That Sell Success Map. We are working through our sales strategy and how do we make sure that our brand weaves into everything that we do in a business. And by now, we definitely know that your recipe for success is so much more than your product taste alone. And the buyers and the account managers on the other end know that as well. And so they're looking for a lot of other pieces other than just how delicious is this product or how great is the science or functionality behind it. So, what exactly are these decision makers looking for? So a few pieces that they're definitely looking for. Number one, they're looking that you have a product that delivers on a market need. Now, we've already done this work in the category assessment information, so you should definitely have a product that delivers on a market need by now. So check, we've already got that. Second, they are looking for brands that stand out and connect because they know that no matter what the functionality, no matter how delicious it tastes, no one's going to pick it up from their shelves if it does not have a brand that truly connects with consumers. And that first piece, it's a product that people actually need. So by now, you already have this as well. We've done a lot of work on this, so you have a brand that is going to connect with people. The third piece, guys, you're way ahead. You've already got this too. You need to have a plan that's going to drive trial and repeat purchases. So this was all the work that we did as we were building out our marketing plan. You are going to eventually share this with your accounts that you are trying to sell into so that they have confidence that you can get the product off of the shelf once you get listed on it. They want to make sure that you have pricing that's going to help them make money. And we're going to dive into that in one of the upcoming sessions. And they want to have confidence that you can deliver on what you say you're going to deliver. So this includes everything from delivery schedule, from pickup, from the pricing that you say, from making sure that people go into store. They want to work with partners that they know aren't going to let them down because they need to do the best that they can to manage their store, make sure there's no out of stocks, make sure that they have product selection that people love. So you need to instill that confidence in them. And a sell sheet is the first tool to getting listed and communicating all of these pieces that we've talked about. So your sell sheet, this is really your why should you list us document. And we're going to go in how to create a really compelling sell sheet that's going to get you listed in store that you are trying to get listed in. So there are 5 key sections of this. Number 1, we're going to talk about what's happening in the category. And again, you already have this work. This should not be new work. This should be some of the highlighted pieces that you discovered once we did that category assessment and when we did the competitor assessment and the consumer assessment. So this isn't new. You just go back to those sessions that we've already done and really see what are the category pieces that are going to really connect to make someone who's reading this say, wow, this is happening in the category. I need to make sure I have a product that fills that. And that leads into the second piece that you need here, which is how do you specifically address what's happening in the category. So let's say, for instance, one of the category facts that we're going to talk about on the sell sheet is, just making this up, plant-based protein is growing 25% versus last year. As a buyer, I'm like, oh my gosh, 25%, that's big opportunity. Then they see introducing Ainsley's plant-based protein. They're like, wow, thank goodness, I need more plant protein powder, clearly. And then we're going to make sure that the other pieces that you talk about your brand also line up with those category pieces. So number 1, what's happening in the category? Number 2, how do you address what's happening in the category? Number 3, what's in it for the retailer? And this is really the dollars and cents pieces. We've talked about this already. The retailers are there to make money. This deals with a large grocery retailer, a lifestyle independent store, a cycle shop, whatever it may be. They're all looking for what is the money piece in there. Product information, so all the nitty-gritty details about your product, and of course, how do they order it from you? So let's take a look at some sell sheets. So this is an example of a sell sheet that is for a sippable soup, and you can see here they have big, bright images of their product. That is what their brand is all about. They have some key pieces about what the product is and different claims around it. So you can see never pasteurized, locally sourced, dairy-free, all these claims that people are looking for. And then they have some facts on here about what the market is looking for. So global market for chilled soup is growing. So, I would probably put that closer to the top and maybe have a few more points there, but they have it in here, which is a great speaking point and lets the buyer or the decision maker say, this is a product that people are looking for, and look at how great they are at meeting this point here. And then you'll see on the flip side, we've got some more product images. We've got the product name, a description, your barcode, some more product information, and then these details in terms of how do they order. So we've got the product name, we've got the size of it, how many units are in a case, the shelf life, and the suggested retail price. And then you'll see at the bottom, we have ordering information. Another example for you guys, this is unfortunately a little blurry, but you get the point here. We've got big, bold images right up front of what the product is, and then it says, why energy spheres? And then it goes into 2 data points around why people need this. I love this, love this, love this. Right up front, catch their attention in terms of why on earth should I be having this conversation about this category? And then you go into what the product can deliver on. Okay, so it's talking about the different high in fiber, vegan, non-GMO, all the pieces about them on the front. And then on the back, we've got some more image of the product. We've got the different unique SKUs, product description of a UPC, and then we've got the case pack information and of course how they can order it. So this is the gist of a sell sheet. These should definitely be on brand for you. They should be informative, and really you want to take the reader on a journey. There's a problem in the market that I can solve with my product. This is how great it is. These are all the details to show you how great it is. Here's how you order it. And it's really that simple. You're going to want to bring this sell sheet with you when you're dropping off samples to stores. If you're working with a broker or distributor, you want to make sure that they have ample supply of these. Of course, if you're sending them electronically, that's possible too. You can just send it as a PDF attachment. And if you are having head office meetings and live meetings where it's maybe a more in-depth conversation and you're going to maybe go through a sales presentation, which we'll go through in a later session, you're still going to want to bring this sell sheet, because this is the piece that's going to really easily sit on the decision maker's desk or get passed on to their assistant, and it's going to give them this high level overview of what's the problem in the market, how does this brand solve it, what makes this brand unique, and who should I call to place this order with them. So here is a sell sheet checklist for you to go over as you're building this. So slide 1, identify the opportunity and trends happening in the category. Again, these are not new pieces. You already have this information. So you're going to want to put 3 points maximum here. You're going to want to call out how your product meets the opportunities and trends in the category. Remember, if we're talking about the growth of the vegan protein market, we're basically going to want to say introducing this new vegan protein. The unique features and benefits of your product. So these are some of the most important claims that you have. Side 2, what's in it for the retailer? So what is that dollar piece? If you're sending it electronically, you might want to include the cost to the retailer, the suggested retail price for sure, whether it's going to be electronically or not. And then if you are putting the cost to the retailer, I would also put in the margin for them as well. And we're going to get into all these numbers in an upcoming session. You're going to want to include the product details by SKU, so an image of the product, the description, and flavor, weight, case count, and expiry. And then of course, how do they order it? So this is where you're going to want to have your barcodes for each SKU and the contact information so they can go ahead and order that from you. So how do we bring this all together? It's going to be in a two-sided 8.5 by 11 document. It's going to be visual. You want to show the product. You want to have the design really easy to read, and use bullet points where possible, use imagery where possible. And remember, this is something that's going to represent your brand. So use your brand language, use your brand imagery, allow this to be a place for the person who's receiving this to experience your brand. Remember, our brand has an opportunity to leave a footprint everywhere it goes with everyone that it touches. That's the consumer and the decision makers for the retailer accounts that we're going to be in. They're the ones who's going to be looking at this and saying, this makes sense for my consumer or not. So we definitely want to make sure that we are showing them why we're a fit with them. Not only is there opportunity in the market, not only is there money to be made, but we also have a brand that aligns to their store. So that is it for today, guys. So I want you to take a look and go back to your category, your consumer, and your competitive information and figure out what are the 3 most compelling reasons your product and brand is needed in stores that you want to be in. Then I want you to go ahead and create your on-brand sell sheet in some sort of visual design program, or you can hire a designer for this. So if you are not a designer and you're trying to put this together, I really recommend using Canva. You can create some really easy designs in there that will look great, and you'll be able to customize them for your brand. If you are working with a designer, I would really recommend giving this to the person who is also doing your labels, because they know your brand so well, they're going to be able to have this come to life really easily. And then of course, share your insights inside the group.